At what point did physical abuse come in?
I noticed that verbally, he uses vulgar words, especially when he's on you and maybe you don't meet up to his expectation. That is according to him. Then he starts and he makes, and you know, the way he would talk to you would rubbish you down. And he will use anything pertaining to my family's story. And when he comes back, at times, I notice that if he comes in, there is anything, he's always angry. He has this anger issue, seriously. And I happens to be this quiet type, which I noticed that he really dwells on.
And that, he took advantage of that.
Yes, he did. Because, you know, when he comes in and he starts complaining, it's not me to hit back. I'll just smile, you know, I'll smile and try to fix some things. But a couple of times that he has raised his hands up to hit me, and the pastors had been called, the family members had been involved, because I didn't tell my family members, my own family members, on time.
I was going to ask that. Who did you tell? Who did you discuss this with?
The extended family members got to know when the marriage was about 5 years.
Well, and he's been hitting you from first year, second year, third year?
From second year.
From the second year.
The first year was, you know, little push like that, not him boxing me, but little push against the wall like that. Father, thank you. Thank you, God.
I understand.
Thank you, God. The marriage was really rough. I thought I married a friend, but I rightly say I married a beast.
You married a beast?
Yeah. Because he has this dual personality.
Dual personality?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
When it comes to just the two of us, he will show his true self, that this is who I am.
Okay.
His harshness towards me, I don't care attitude. All I just want is your body, your money, and nothing else. But meanwhile, to the outside, he's this perfect gentleman, because when we are outside, he's always like, Temi, have you eaten? Temi,
really?
Let me help you to do this.
Really?
Temi, seriously, God is my witness. Seriously, to the outside world. But when a man comes in and your peace of mind flows out of the window, there is something wrong. My kids at times, he will say, my daddy is a liar.
Wow.
The first one was the one that said, my mommy, let us run away. I don't want my daddy to kill you.
At that point, why didn't you leave? You had your children. To the extent that they started telling you, Mommy, let us leave. Why didn't you leave at that point?
Because then I was still hoping probably that he was going to change, stupidly. When I told my uncle, they were like, it will get better, that he should apologize. But he doesn't know how to apologize. He doesn't know. So at night, at times, I'll go on my knees because I want my home to be saved. You understand? I want it to be saved. So I'll go on my knees, I'll beg him, please, is there something that I'm doing that is wrong, that is making you to, you know, when you come home, you don't see anything good about me or in me.
In all this, were you talking to his family members at all?
Yes, because they even live very close to us.
Okay.
So they see it, and they were noticing so many things because they couldn't take it in again. and they had to come to tell me that, Iyawo, if you don't leave, this guy is going to kill you.
His family members told you that?
Much later, the mother said she has been living in fear, that she doesn't know, that she always have this thing at the back of her mind that when this guy gets married, will he be able to take care of his family members, of his wife, because of his behavior?
What happened that led to this? That, I mean, this obviously it really got so bad that you're in like a cast on your neck and you have, crutches that you're working with. How did he get to this point?
Well, over the years, when he asks me for sex and I respond, after the whole thing, I noticed that I was going into serious depression. And I lost the sense of being a woman. And I had to take to alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah. That anytime he comes, because to me it was all round pain. My son saw him tearing my clothes, all in the name of, I want to have sex with you.
Tear your clothes? I don't know. Yeah, his wife.
Yes.
Why does he have to be violent with you? Why does he... Did you speak to him? Did it ever occur to you that this might be a psychological thing?
It did at a point.
Did you talk to him about it? Or maybe about, you know what, let's go and say a therapist or something?
Yeah, you're already telling them what led to this then.
Oh, okay. I was just guessing.
Yeah. Because my body would still be rejecting him.
Yeah.
He would, would try to drag me. He would drag me forcefully, then try to pat my legs by blowing me, hitting me. And then, my body would just close up completely. Then I'll have to start shielding my face as if a demon is... I'm shielding myself from this demon and his hands. Then, he will now be like, what is it? And as in angrily. And, without me getting wet or anything, he would just have his way. And then, it's still the same thing.
Did they at any point suspend him from church?
No.
And they knew that he was hitting you?
Yes, because they called him many times. At times the pastor would come, would even take him out to have a man-to-man talk. There was a time he compared me to a cupboard in the presence of the pastor. And the pastor
to a cupboard?
Like, yes. From the very first week of the marriage, he had lost me. And I told him.
From the very first week
Yeah.
of the marriage?
Yeah, he lost me because he wasn't there. There was no communication. It's only when he needs me at nights that he reaches out.
Okay, so tell us, at what point did he get to this?
My turning point started when I had my third baby.
Okay.
I was attending to the baby's navel.
Yeah.
So he heard the boy crying. I shouted, "Why is that boy crying?" So I told him this is what I was doing. He said, "Why should I be doing that?" He rushed into the bedroom. So I used what I was using for the baby, and I touched his body with it. That this thing is not hot. That when I'm not mad, why would I use something hot? this is what I did for the first, the second, and nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And before I knew it, because he was really angry with me, he pushed me on the bed and was pressing me down seriously. And I was still bleeding because I just came back from, I was still bleeding. And he was pressing me seriously. I was hitting me, and my mom rushed into the bedroom. What? A woman that just delivered and she just came back. Why are you doing this? The next, he pushed my aged mom down.
Wow.
Yes. Pushed her against the wall. Threw the baby.
Through which baby?
Yes, the baby. Threw the baby at my mom.
Carried his own child,
yes.
his baby.
A baby that wasn't even up to 2 weeks.
And flung the baby to your
Yes, that
mom.
was what he did. Thank God that my mom, the baby landed on my mom. And my mom was like, and he just pushed me back and slapped me wonderfully.
Slapped you wonderfully.
And most times that he does that, I feel the paralysis.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I feel the paralysis. Even during pregnancy that he did it, I felt the paralysis, and I was begging him that he should please help me to move. He didn't. He left me there. He left me. And, my mom was like, I have warned you from the first baby. It is the pregnancy that you would have carried. Oh, Boro, you own it.
That she was blaming you.
She was blaming me. So she had to stay with me for 3 months to nurse me back. People would just see me holding on to the wall. They never knew what happened. They never knew what happened. But I recovered. But him always going for my neck from the first year of the marriage.
He will go for your neck?
Yeah. Anytime he's angry, he will go and gag my neck, will grip it to the extent that at times I won't be able to breathe.
Wow. From the first year of marriage?
From the first year, which I even kept.
Why were you staying back from the first? How long were you married?
For 10 years.
For 10 solid years.
Apologize.
Okay, so tell us the neck. So he will gag your neck.
Yes, he will always gag my neck. And on this particular episode, when we came back from my cousin's place, he wanted to kiss me. When I said, don't you notice that even when you touch me, I don't feel anything.
Anything.
Before I could even finish what I was saying, he rushed at me and held my neck that same way.
Wow. This
time around, I couldn't breathe at all.
Wow.
And it was very late in the night. The grip was, it was only by the grace of God that I was able to escape that night. So I went to a neighbor's place, I knocked, nobody opened. So I stayed out for a while. Then I came inside. By the time I came inside, I just went into the bedroom. And I noticed that I couldn't turn my neck again.
Wow.
The pain was so much that I screamed. So throughout the whole night, it was, I couldn't sleep. By dawn, it has swollen with his fingerprints.
Wow.
On it. So when I went to the hospital, thank God I showed it to some people, even to the pastor's wife, because he was saying, till date, he will still tell you that he had never touched me.
That's what he tells people.
That's what he tells people.
That he never touched you.
He will say, as sure as my name is, I never touched her.
Father. So when you got to the hospital, what happened?
I was told that since they already, I told them the history because the doctor saw it, and it was a general hospital that I first went, and I was told to start using my collar back, that I should go back to Igbobi, that what he is saying can't be managed by any other people but by Igbobi, since I already have a case with them. So I had to go back to Igbobi. All this while, he didn't even lift a finger to help.
Wow.
He wasn't bothered by my pain. He wasn't bothered by anything financially.
So while you were going through all this treatment, were you still in his house?
I was still in his house.
What did he, was he repentant?
He wasn't.
Seeing you like this?
He wasn't. Till date, he is not.
Okay, so with all these things that you had on your neck, your hands and everything.
He still slapped me. Yes, on my birthday. That was the birthday gift I received that year.
Okay, so at what point did you leave?
It got to a point that I started feeling hatred seriously towards him. And I called him and I spoke to him that I think it is better that we get separated, being friends rather than enemies. Meanwhile, then he told me that as long as I was in his house, then that if I don't put my back down for him, he's giving me a deadline to pack out of his house.
With all this collar and everything?
Yes. So he sent me to my family members. I called his family members. I told mine too. So his family members came and I told them what he had said. When he was questioned, he didn't have much to say. He was blamed. Then he still didn't stop at that because he was still very, very wicked towards me. He was very wicked. Then when I stammer, he mimics me. When I fall down, he'll pick my walking stick. It wasn't even this one. It was the one with 4 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would take it and be dancing with it. And the children would feel so bad. When he said, if I don't put my back down, I should move out, I packed my things. Do you get? Then my friends took me down to Project Alert. So we were there for close to a year. My friends took up the bills.
Okay.
And they were able to get a place for me and my kids.
That's fantastic.
They were able to pay part of the lawyer's fees.
Okay.
Right now, it's in the hands of the lawyers.
Okay.
So I'm filing for divorce. And I'll be so glad if he can seriously sign. Because for years, I've stopped using. I don't like hearing them calling me with his surname. But I told God, I'll rather sin against man than to sin against you by hating him.
Yeah.
So that was...
Where are your children? Are
they are with me.
Okay. So you didn't leave them behind?
I can't.
And you're in court for divorce right now?
By God's grace.
Okay. And like I said, Project Alert really helped you. They gave you shelter when you left and then been taking care of you until you got your own accommodations. Fantastic. Yes. Your story again is very compelling. I mean, I thought I'd seen it all, but seeing a woman, a fellow woman like this, and knowing that it was domestic violence that led to this, you know, an abusive, you know, husband, it's really a sorry state. But in all, we thank God that you're alive, because it could have been worse. I always say it, many women have died in this same. In fact, some women, their beating is not up to your own, it's just small slap, and she hits her head on the floor or something, and then the woman is gone. I've seen a case like that. But we thank God that you're alive, you're telling the story, right? You're not a victim, you're a survivor.
I am a survivor.
You are definitely a survivor. You're not a victim, you know. It's only the living that can talk. So we're glad that you're alive. We're glad that your children are with you. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We really appreciate you, the courage you have to come and share your story. I'm sure viewers at home have learned great lessons from this. I have learned a lot as well from this, you know. We wish you well. We thank Project Alert a lot. We say a big thank you to Project Alert for taking her case up, you know, for giving her shelter. They are doing a lot in the area of helping women, for, you know, women that are in violent relationships or marriages, rape issues and things like that. We say a big thank you to Project Alert for doing that. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Temitope. Like I've told a couple of women that I've spoken with in this same situation, if you need us for anything, please feel free to speak with us. We'll be able to help, no matter how small it is, to help you, to help your children. Feel free to talk to us about it. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So people, we've heard Temitope's story, and again, this is another touching one. Let me again bring out a few points from the story we heard. First thing is, someone you haven't seen in a long time, in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years or more than, and then you get back together with them or you hook up with them again, and you don't know what they have been through or where they have been or what they are up to right now or the kind of person they are right now, and you get close to them. You need to be very careful. So careful, because you don't know what they're up to. And then we need to understand the traits of an abusive man. It is general. It's a trait that you need to begin to look out for. He chases your loved ones away from you. He makes sure that you're dependent on him, fully dependent on him, financially, emotionally, and in every way. Watch it. They want you to depend on them financially, because they know that once you begin to depend on them financially and they refuse you that finances, there's no way you're going to. You will hold on to them. Also in marriage, make sure that you have someone you confide in. I'm not saying talk to people about your marriage, talk to people about what happens in your home. Sometimes when some issues are beginning to get out of hand, make sure you have a friend you're talking to. And also for the men who refuse to say or who find it difficult to apologize to their wives when they have done something wrong, and you think that that's a sign of strength, is a sign to show that I'm a strong man, you have this ego, you can't apologize. I just tell her, you see, what has happened, let's just move on. It's actually not a sign of strength, it's a sign of weakness. You have to learn to apologize. Look for ways to apologize to your wife. Saying sorry does not remove anything from you. It doesn't make you less of a man. This one is something I try to avoid as much as possible. I don't understand what the churches have turned to. I don't understand the way we read our Bibles. So this man is a church worker, not just a church worker, a personal assistant to a pastor. The wife has gone to report him several times, according to the woman, to this pastor. And I keep asking, what did the church do? Oh, they spoke to him. Oh, they came a couple of times or several times and they spoke to him. And I'm asking, did they suspend him? No. He comes home, he beats you, he hits you, he treats you like a slave, and he goes back to church. He's lifting up holy hands beside his pastor on a Sunday. He's probably going out to evangelize. Preaching what? I don't get. He's not showing that Christianity in his home. He cannot even keep his home together. And he's going out to preach, to win souls. I don't understand. Church, pastors, pastors' wives, counselors, let us be very, very careful. Finally, sometimes we hold on so tightly to something that God does not even want you to have. Things happen. Marriages fail. If it's not meant to be, it is not meant to be. If you like, pray from now till Jesus comes, it's not meant to be. If God wants you out of that marriage, you will come out of that marriage. What is most important is your life as a woman. For any woman that is going through an abusive marriage, please, your life is more important. Between your life and the word marriage or the word Mrs., which one is more important? If you have an abusive partner, please flee. I'm not saying divorce. I'm not saying leave your marriage. First of all, save your life. Come out of that home. Come out of that marriage. Go to a place where it is safe. When you get there, you can then begin to pray and fast for the man. You can then join all the women, or let all the women in your church join forces and begin to pray for the man. And let's see if he will change. If he changes and he repents truly, then you can go back. If he doesn't, please stay far away from him. Like the saying goes, this life is just one. It does not have duplicates. There's no photocopy anywhere. Once it is gone, it is gone. Women, please let us think. Men, let us treat our wives as angels, not as slaves. Once again, thank you very much for watching Facing My Mistakes. Till I come your way next time, my name is Yetunde. Thank you.